continuing to work on the tractor, the 1700 Ford. We're going to be changing the fuel filter, and then down here we're going to be putting together the hydraulic filter and putting back in the four-wheel drive shaft. Yeah, if this was a two-wheel drive tractor without the loader, we would have been done a while ago. But here we are. Right, now this is a reusable filter, and so is the original one, but I broke it coming apart. I don't know. It's a metal filter, so you can just rinse it out with like acetone or paint thinner and get all the metal flakes off of it. Kind of bumming. This is a really expensive filter, so just a heads up, don't break this filter. It's reusable. But the other one had a gasket on it, so we are going to use Permatex, an anaerobic gasket maker. So these are the two pieces to make my gasket. This is an anaerobic one, which is good for like when it's complete contact with the oils and stuff for a long time. So we're gonna, and this is the surface prep. So you spray the surface with this, let it dry, and then you put your seal or your gasket maker on and put it in. So let's get that going. Now, I already sprayed the filter housing, so we're going to let that both dry for a few minutes, and then we'll put the gasket on. Alright, so that is done. I am out of, so luckily I had enough to go around. So let's get the four-wheel drive shaft in. So it's going to go right there. Alright, so it got up. It did not go up very smooth. Definitely another set of hands would have been handy. So when you go to do it on your tractor, make sure you got another set of hands to do that. The problem was the stud, the angle of it. I struggled getting it up and over. So that's why I couldn't film it and put it all together at once. So I'm sure there's something with taking this and this slides, but it didn't move for me, so I'm just putting it back to the way it was. Alright, so let's Alright, so the trick, or the hard part with the Permatex is it takes an hour for it to just get like a skim coat on it, and then 24 hours it's a full cure. So I'm gonna wait a few hours before I add any hydraulic fluid to it, But in the meantime, I can still keep putting together like the steel hydraulic lines on the tractor. So if you change it out, just get new O-rings. They're just pennies a piece on the hydraulic lines. All right, so let's get that together. So one more thing done. So new O-rings. I clean these out with brake cleaner. Really good. So gasket or O-ring goes on each side, and I did that for front and back. So let's get this together. Oh, that's the hardest part about, like, filming this is actually harder than working on the tractor. So I'm trying not to wreck the camera and actually get a good angle for you. So I think I'm going to take a dab of Permatex. Just a dab. And I'm going to put it in the groove of the steel line. So then I know it's where it's supposed to be. Alright, so now I'm down to new fuel filter. Wow, a lot of sediment. We'll clean this all up. So it's nice, these kits come with the new O-rings for everything. Nothing really wrong with it, but we got a new one, so we'll change it. Yeah, I'd say big difference. Alright, so on the inside here, I don't know if you can see the scrapes I made. The glue they use to put the metal top and bottom on, there's a drop of glue on it. And it wouldn't go in. So let's try this again. Yeah. Alright, now this is the clutch pedal, and this is pretty gosh darn tough. So this, they tried adjusting it all the way in, so we're going to take this out, and we're going to back it off a lot. So I adjusted so you got a little bit of play, and then there you go. All right, we are putting everything back together. We're gonna get different fuel line eventually, but the new filter's in, the tank's back on. I just butt spliced these wires for now. We just want to make sure we put it together correctly, and it'll start up, so we're not going to go crazy redoing any of the electrical. We're only fixing what we see is broken, and we're just fixing it with the butt splice. But once it's all together and the backhoe's all on and all working, we'll kind of take the hood back off and we'll go over the harness and replace what we need to, but we want to get it back together and working first. So we are to the point of adding fuel, so I'm going to do that. My dad, he's making up a new battery cable for the positive to go to the starter, and we should be able to fire it up after I add fuel and we bleed it. All right, let's get to that. We're working on the 1700 Ford. I just changed the fuel filter on it, and I need to bleed it all out, all the air out of the line. So you open this one up and let the air filter fill up. Then over here, let that bleed out, and then you crank it over and that'll push more air out, and then you tighten that up and then it should fire up. So let's give it a shot. Okay, I got bubbles coming out up here. Okay, got a good drip. Then over here. Got bubbles again. Alright, I'm just going to tighten that up till we get the battery hooked up. Alright, so we are together, battery's hooked up. I added probably 4 gallons of the transmission hydraulic fluid, and I'll add more, but let's just see if it fires up. Alright, glow plug's working. Ooh.